Picture this. You're walking through a lively Italian market on a sunny morning. Stalls are overflowing with colorful fruits, fresh bread, and wheels of cheese. The air smells of basil and ripe tomatoes. You stop in front of a vendor, point to some beautiful tomatoes, and in English you say, "Can I have a kilo of tomatoes, please?" They'll probably understand. But the moment you speak, they'll smile and instantly know. You're a visitor. Now imagine instead you confidently say in Italian, "Vorrei un chilo di pomodori." I would like a kilo of tomatoes. Suddenly, the exchange feels different. The vendor lights up, maybe adds an extra tomato to your bag, and you're not just shopping. You're living Italy. By the end of this practice, you'll be able to order fruits, vegetables, bread, cheese, even ask for specific amounts, all in natural Italian. Italian markets are not just places to buy food, they're part of daily life. Families, chefs, and neighbors all gather there, not only to shop, but also to chat and connect. If you can speak even a little Italian at the market, you'll feel immediately included. Vendors will slow down, smile, maybe even share a little advice on which fruit is sweetest today. And here's the best part. Even if this is your very first time trying Italian, you'll leave today with something practical you can use right away. A simple formula that lets you buy almost anything at a market with confidence. So don't worry about grammar or being perfect. We'll take it step by step, and you'll see how quickly it comes together. Here's the magic phrase you'll use again and again in an Italian market. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. I would like a kilo of tomatoes. Let's practice it together. Repeat after me. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. Now faster. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. Benissimo. But the beauty of this phrase is that you can use it everywhere in the market. Let's try a few real situations. You're at the fruit stall. Vorrei mezzo chilo di mele. I would like half a kilo of apples. Now you move to the bread stall. Vorrei una pagnotta di pane. I would like a loaf of bread. At the cheese counter, you point to a round of pecorino and say, Vorrei 2 etti di formaggio. I would like 200 grams of cheese. Etti are a very common measure in Italy. 1 etto equals 100 grams. Finally, at the cured meat stand, you ask, Vorrei un etto di prosciutto crudo. I would like 100 grams of prosciutto crudo. See how powerful this is? With the same structure, you can buy almost anything. And each time you use it, you sound polite, natural, and connected to the Italian way of shopping. Let's take a closer look at our phrase. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. It begins with vorrei. This comes from the verb volere, which means to want. But here it's in a special form, the conditional tense. I would like. Why is this important? Because in Italian, using vorrei is polite. It softens the request. If you just said, Voglio un chilo di pomodori. I want a kilo of tomatoes. It would sound a bit too direct, almost rude. Vorrei is the magic word for being kind and respectful. Next, un chilo. That's 1 kilo, a common way to measure fruits and vegetables in Italy. You'll also hear mezzo chilo means half a kilo. 2 chili means 2 kilos. And then we add di, which means of. So literally, a kilo of tomatoes. Finally, pomodori is just the plural of pomodoro, tomato. Italians almost always use the plural when asking for food at the market since you're buying more than one. So the structure is really vorrei plus quantity, plus die, plus food. Let's practice slowly, piece by piece. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. Now let's say it naturally. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. Molto bene. You've just unlocked a formula you can reuse with endless combinations. This is where we make the phrase yours. I'll guide you step by step, and you'll repeat out loud with me. Ready? Let's start with our base formula. Vorrei un chilo di pomodori. Now let's change the food. Vorrei un chilo di mele. I would like a kilo of apples. Again. Vorrei un chilo di arance. I would like a kilo of oranges. Now let's change the quantity. Vorrei mezzo chilo di banane. I would like half a kilo of bananas. Vorrei 2 chili di uva. I would like 2 kilos of grapes. Great. Now let's try something beyond fruit. Vorrei un etto di prosciutto. I would like 100 grams of prosciutto. Vorrei 2 etti di formaggio. I would like 200 grams of cheese. Let's bring back the bread. Vorrei una pagnotta di pane. I would like a loaf of bread. And one more. Vorrei una bottiglia d'acqua. I would like a bottle of water. Notice how the formula stays the same. You only swap the food and the quantity. That's the power of Italian market talk. Now let's do a quick challenge. I'll say the phrase in English, and you try to say it in Italian before I give you the answer. Ready? I would like a kilo of apples. Answer? Vorrei un chilo di mele. I would like 200 grams of cheese. Answer? Vorrei 2 etti di formaggio. I would like half a kilo of bananas. Answer? Vorrei mezzo chilo di banane. Bravissimo! See how quickly you can adapt the formula? Now that you know the formula, let's expand your shopping basket. You'll see how easy it is to order more and more items just by swapping the words. At the fruit stall. Vorrei un chilo di pesce. I would like a kilo of peaches. Vorrei mezzo chilo di fragole. I would like half a kilo of strawberries. At the vegetable stall. Vorrei 2 chili di zucchine. I would like 2 kilos of zucchini. Vorrei un chilo di carote. I would like a kilo of carrots. At the cheese counter. Vorrei un pezzo di parmigiano. I would like a piece of parmesan. Vorrei 2 etti di mozzarella. I would like 200 grams of mozzarella. At the bakery. Vorrei 2 panini. I would like 2 bread rolls. Vorrei una focaccia. I would like a focaccia bread. And at the drink stall. Vorrei una bottiglia di vino rosso. I would like a bottle of red wine. Vorrei una bottiglia di spumante. I would like a bottle of sparkling wine. Do you notice the pattern? It's always Vorrei plus quantity or form plus die plus item. This single structure unlocks the entire Italian market. With just one formula, you can shop for fruit, vegetables, bread, cheese, even drinks. Italian markets are more than just shopping. They're a cultural ritual. Vendors often know their customers by name, and conversations go far beyond food. You'll hear exchanges about the weather, the latest football match, or family news. One curiosity. In many traditional markets, vendors are known for their lively voices. They call out their best offers of the day. Mele fresche, €1 al chilo. Fresh apples, €1 per kilo. This sing-song announcement is part of the market's energy. Another detail, Italians rarely touch the produce themselves. Instead, you point and ask the vendor to choose for you. Sometimes they'll even ask, "Va bene così?" Is this okay? And you can answer politely with, "Sì, grazie." And here's a charming touch. Regular customers often get a little extra in their bag called l'aggiunta or il pensierino. Maybe an extra tomato, a slice of melon, or a small handful of herbs. It's a way for the vendor to say grazie for your loyalty. So when you go to an Italian market and use Vorrei un chilo di pomodori, you're not just buying food. You're stepping into a tradition of warmth, trust, and everyday connection. Let's recap what you've learned today. The key phrase is Vorrei un chilo di pomodori, no vorrei. I would like a kilo of tomatoes. And with that simple formula, you practiced ordering fruit, vegetables, bread, cheese, and even drinks. The structure is always the vorrei plus quantity plus de plus item. With this in your pocket, you can walk into any Italian market and confidently buy what you need, sounding polite and natural. Think about it. You've gone from being a visitor, pointing at fruit in English, to someone who can step into the rhythm of Italian life. That's real progress. Now, a question for you. If you were at an Italian market tomorrow, what's the very first thing you would order using vorrei? Say it out loud right now. Molto bene. If this practice was useful for you, make sure to subscribe so you can keep building your Italian step by step. And of course, give this video a like to let me know you're enjoying these market adventures. Every time you say vorrei, you're not just learning words. You're bringing yourself closer to the heart of Italian daily life. Alla prossima!